What's going on, guys? I just want to talk to you guys real quick about genetics. Um, Genetics are real, and your genetics can seal your fate, and it can determine the difficulty. They can definitely determine the difficulty that life is going to be for you. I wish I would have known this a long time ago. Genetics are real. I mean, if you don't have the right genetics, life is going to be a battle for you. And it's just, life is hard for some people because of their genetics. Whatever struggles your parents had, you're going to have those same struggles. Life is just, it's one big battle for some folks. And it just goes to show you how unfair this game of life really is. All you can do is pretty much work with what you have. Your genetics can totally eliminate you from being able to have a wife and kids. It's brutal, but it's the honest truth. Isn't it funny how just because you wasn't born with the right genetics, you're totally eliminated from the dating game. Not able to produce, not able to have love, not able to have companionship. That's brutal, And I feel it's just wrong that you have some guys who are not going to be able to have nothing at all. Because I always felt you should be able to have something. But you got some guys who are not going to be able to have nothing at all. All because they just don't appeal to women. And it's very, very unfortunate. I hate to say this, but when it comes to the mating game and when it comes to relationships, a lot of guys will try to convince you that what you believe about yourself matters. It don't matter what you think of yourself. Ultimately, it's how the women perceive you. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes the only option you have is to lose. And for some guys, losing was always the only option. Some guys were never an option. And that's how you know you really got screwed in the genetics game. When you were never an option when it comes to the opposite sex. Never an option. You were eliminated from day one. Totally written off. Totally stamped. Just like the judge in the courtroom when they slammed that gavel. I sentence you to life with no possibility of parole. That's what women have. That's what your genetics can do for you. Women have sentenced some men to life with no ass. with no possibility of parole. And that's just evil. I mean, it's very unfortunate how women have totally screwed some men. Women have totally wrote certain men off, all because of their genetics. And I never realized how serious genetics were. But your genetics determine a lot of things in life. You know? This is just a sad, dark reality. And I know it's a lot of guys living this reality. I know it's a lot of guys facing this. You know? And by all means, you know, the truth of the matter is, you know, you got a lot of guys, you know, they probably don't even think that they're a hideous looking guy, you know, but they probably don't feel they're nothing special either, you know, but at the end of the day, women have the final say so. I mean, it's just terrible out here, man. Like, you know, I'm seeing in this world, it's all about what you was born with. If you wasn't born with the right genetics, you're going to suffer for it. You're going to pay for it. And life is going to be bad for you. And that's why I think more and more to myself that people who wasn't born with good genetics, I feel society should compensate them. I feel like if you're a person that's at a disadvantage, society is supposed to compensate you. It's just like a handicapped person. You know, handicapped people get special compensations. You know, I feel like if you a man that can't get no ass, you should be compensated. You know, I feel you should be able to be eligible for government assistance. You know, because that is a handicap. Men that can't get no ass is a handicap. So I feel that the government should compensate them. And I'm not playing. This is the truth. You know, I feel like if you have disadvantages, you know, in life, I feel you should be compensated for those disadvantages. I'm just saying. And by all means, I never felt that I was no hideous looking person, but, you know, obviously a lot of guys, you know, unfortunately, we're just, you know, our genetics don't make the cut and we're just not good enough. Unfortunately. Life is just sad, man. You know, it really, really is sad, man. And, you know, society cares about women's disadvantages, but society definitely doesn't care about men who have disadvantages. And that's the honest to God truth. But I see clear as day that if you don't have the right genetics, life is going to be hard for you. You know, far as your love life, far as your career prospects, far as just being happy and content and having that peace. You know, it's going to be hard to have those things if you don't have the right genetics. I feel genetics should be a course in school that they talk about. It should be a class that you have to take. But that's just, you know, my opinion. But you guys take care. Until next time, have a good day.